All right, so to get started today, I am on the sign-in page for Command. You can access this by going to agent.kw.com. This is what the login page looks like, and to get signed in, your login information is the same as your MyKW login information, so the same username and password. So I'm going to go ahead and get signed in. I will give you guys a moment to do the same as well. All right, once you guys are signed in, this brings you over to the Command dashboard, the home page of Command. And before we jump into working on anything actually marketing related, we're going to go into our settings first. We want to make sure that everything is set up in the back end first before we go in and create any pieces. So there's a couple places we want to go. So we're going to go up to the top right corner and click on our name. And then click on Settings. All right, this brings us to our applications. We're going to jump back over here in a moment, but for now we're going to go to the left and click on Connect Settings. It's going to open this up, and then we'll choose Marketing Profile. All right, so this brings us into the marketing profile. And basically what we want to do is make sure that all of our contact and personal information is up to date before we create any marketing materials, so we can avoid having to update it on each individual piece. So if we scroll down, it starts with our photos. You can add in a personal photo, headshot, and then a team logo. These do need to be resized to 360 by 360. If not, it'll kind of warp you and make you look a little bit funny. So you want to make sure that this is a square. You can upload those here. And if you need help with that, we can definitely assist. Down below is your details. Anything with the little red star, of course, is required. So you want to add in your first name, your last name. Additional information, you can add in your license number, your team name, any designations or credentials you may have, and then a bio. It is required that you have a mobile phone number and an office phone number. Add in your email address, your website. If you have a DBA logo, you can add that here. And then we need your market center information. So the market center name and address. We recommend adding in the office address and not your personal address. And then if we keep scrolling down, there's a space for a legal footer. If we have done a setup for you, we would have gone in and completed this profile section for you, but you can always come back and update it here. And then at the very bottom, we have options for social media. You can add in your social media links. We do recommend creating separate pages or accounts specifically for your real estate business. I don't recommend linking your personal Facebook to anything real estate related. You want to keep those separate. But you can add in those links here. And then this information here, this is new. This is going to be for the new command sites that are rolling out 10.1. So similar to the Playster sites, you can add in Facebook Pixel ads and then Google Analytics for tracking. So this is where you would come to update that information. The sites have not launched yet, so we are not going to go over any of that today, but this is where you can add in that information, and we'll go over that once the sites have launched and we've put together a class for you guys. And then lastly, your KW branded app link. On some of the marketing materials, like the email pieces, there is a link or a section on there that says click here to download my mobile app, so you do want to make sure your branded app link is in this box. If you don't know where to find this, feel free to reach out to us. We can help you find your mobile app link. So once everything is updated and good to go, you can click Save, and that'll actually update right away, so your marketing materials are good to go. So I'm going to exit out of there. We're going to go back to that integrations page. We'll click on command settings and then applications. All right, and this is where we can connect different apps that are related to marketing, database management, things like that. Up at the top, you can see the apps that are currently connected. So for us, we have DocuSign, Dotloop, and then I'm going to point out the ones that are marketing related for what we'll be going over today. So first one up here that you can see for Facebook is this Facebook post scheduling. So Command has a feature very similar to Hootsuite where you can schedule your social media posts ahead of time. So if you do want to use that feature within Command, you will need to link your Facebook account. There's a couple different integrations for Facebook, so it'll tell you which one's which. This one is for post scheduling. And if you are someone like us where we manage a lot of Facebook pages, maybe you have multiple pages for different businesses, you can choose to attach one or all of them here. And I'll show you when we go down to these accounts that are not connected, it's really easy to connect them. Mailjet, you do need a Mailjet account for the monthly nurture, neighborhood nurture. So you can manage that here and excuse me, create an account and link it. Gmail, this is for database management, so I will go ahead and skip on that. So MailChimp, you do need a MailChimp account if you are going to send out any emails or email campaigns through Command. So you would want to connect those here. And if you're going to be sending any drip campaigns or mailers, you'll connect that as well. So I'd make sure that these are both connected. And then down below, here's some that are not connected. So for Twitter, if we had a Twitter account you wanted to do post scheduling, all you would need to do is go over to the right and click Connect Account. And it'll basically walk you through the process. You just sign in to whatever account you're trying to connect, and it'll basically bring it over for you. So pretty simple. The other ones I want to point out down here for marketing, you can also use Command to set up Facebook ads. So if you are wanting to set up ad campaigns through Command, you can connect your Facebook account, Twitter account, and Google AdWords. So those are the main ones I want to point out for today. This is where you can come to manage those integrations and make sure everything is good to go. So now we're just going to jump into it. We're going to jump over to our Lead Accelerator. I can show you the different features available in there. The Lead Accelerator, if we go over to the far left, it's this little megaphone button, and when you highlight it, it says Campaigns. So we'll just go ahead and click on that. Same thing as Lead Accelerator. Alright, so there are a few different things in here through the paid campaigns or Lead Accelerator section. So it first brings you into paid campaigns. You can see up at the top there are a few different options: paid campaigns, emails, direct mail, and social posts. So starting with paid campaigns, these are different from the eEdge campaigns. So in eEdge, you basically set up like free email campaigns. So this campaign, these are ad campaigns in Command. So I just want to point out that difference, and we will go through and create one. So on this page here, it's just giving us general information about any campaigns we may have set up before. Right now it looks like we have 0 active right now. And since they are not active, they have made 0 impressions and captured 0 leads, and we've spent $0. But if you had some running, it would show you this up-to-date information up here. Down below, you can scroll down and see your campaigns. We have them all set up as drafts right now. They show the name of the campaign, a preview of it, the status, whether it is a draft, it's running, or it's completed, the duration, basically how it's doing over here, how many clicks, captures, things like that. What you've spent out of your budget, basically this runs until you run out of money, and then the goal. And if I wanted to, I believe we click on this little ... I can edit the campaign, duplicate the campaign, or archive it. So in Command, they don't let you delete things right away, which I think is good because you won't accidentally delete something. you're deleting only if you really mean it. So if you wanted to remove these, basically what you would do is you would archive it, and then you could go into your settings and basically wipe the archive. I'm just going to hit yes. Alright, now that is moved back into our settings up here. Basically back where we were, there is an archive section. And you can choose to completely, permanently delete it or move it back into this section, and then you can work with it again. But basically, this is just showing an overview of any campaigns you currently have. If you are wanting to set up a campaign, you will need to go to this payment information section first to add in your credit card info. And then if we wanted to create a new campaign, we would just click this button up here, Create New. And again, just want to reiterate, these are paid advertising campaigns. So I'll just go ahead and set one up. I'm going to click Social Ad. I would like to set up a Facebook advertisement. Enter campaign name. So I'm going to advertise a listing. So I'm going to name the campaign the listing address. And then it asks down below what your goal is. I'm going to choose advertise listing. And then it asks where will your campaign run. One thing to note, if you say you choose Facebook and you go in and you start setting it up and you say, oh, I want to actually run this on Instagram as well, there isn't a way once you're already in it to basically add another channel. So you would have to start over, but it's pretty easy to set these up, so I wouldn't worry about that too much, but I do want to point that out. So if you are going to want to run this for multiple pages, channels, what have you, make sure you choose that at the beginning. But I'm just going to do Facebook for now. Alright, and now all we need to do is set up the campaign, so I'll click this button here. Alright, so whenever you start to create a new marketing piece listing related, it does bring you to this page first for KWLS. So for Scott's account, since he's not an agent, the KWLS is not working. So this would and should bring up like a bunch of listings, and ideally you should be able to search for your listing, and then it'll pull over that information into the ad or the marketing piece for you. But on Scott's account it doesn't work since he's not an agent, so I'm just going to exit out of here, and then we can manually create the ad and add in the listing information. Alright, so basically all we do is we work our way through these items here on the left, and once they're completed there will be a little checkbox, and then we can publish the campaign. And then over on the right, as we're building this preview will update and you can see what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip over this listing section because the KWLS 2.0 doesn't work on Scott's account. So I'll jump straight into add copy. And it's pretty straightforward. It walks you through each section and you'll see it start to fill in over on the right. So for headline, I will probably say amazing new listing in Franklin. And you can see it's starting to populate down here. For my main copy, I will put in the property description. I'm just going to pull that over from this website. Oop, and it doesn't take all of that. So I would probably just put in a couple lines, something short and sweet. So maybe I'll just do the first line of this property description. The stunning Berry Farms custom Ford-built home is ready for you to call it home. That's actually perfect. So I'll add that in and click Save. And you can see we have created the ad copy and we can just keep chugging along. So now I'm going to open this Facebook section. This is just asking which account. We only have one. And then it's asking what we want to do with it basically. So for this ad type, we are trying to generate awareness. And now we can continue to add in our content. So I'm going to add a video. I actually downloaded the image. So I'm uploading the property photo from my computer. You can see it plugged it in, and this ad is starting to look pretty good over here. You can add up to, it says we recommend using no more than 5. I don't know how many you can add in, but they say don't add more than 5. And then advanced targeting, you can choose to target your database or set a custom audience. When I've done this in the past, it wasn't... I think this is because, so I gotta be honest with you guys, I don't know if this is because Scott's account is not a full agent account, or if this maybe isn't set up yet, but you should be able to come in here and choose a location and then basically target your ad toward people in this location or by their interests. So for example, this house is in Franklin. Yes, it's in Franklin. So if you wanted to, I would probably say, you want to target people in the Franklin area, people who may be looking to buy in that area. So you would add in the location of where you want to run this ad and then the radius. So I would do 20 miles of Franklin. People in that area will see this ad. You can also target by interest. Maybe this is in an area that has lots of golf courses or family activities, things like that. You can go in here and search by interest. Let's say I like using the golf example. Ooh, what's going on? Let's try browse. Here we go. Air conditioning. I am interested in air conditioning. There we go. So you can add in different interests, things you might think might pull people to your listing, and who you want to basically target this ad to. So there's lots of fun interests in here. I'll just leave it on air conditioning because that seems really funny to me. My dad works in air conditioning, so he would definitely be in this target, I guess. So there we go. You can choose to target people based on location and interest. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. This is not going to let me save for now because I'm unable to add in this targeting. Let's see what happens if I just do, I'll just turn off the advanced targeting. And let's see if it'll let me save. So for this, it looks like it doesn't like Scott's Facebook account that's connected. And I think that's a little wonky because we do manage multiple accounts. But when you're creating this, you should not have an issue, and if you do, just let us know. But basically, this is the process and how it should be working. I'm just going to keep moving on, but I should be able to hit save, and this would minimize, and we'd be good to go. You can see that our ad is looking great over here on the right. We just need to finish up this ad destination link. So what I'm going to do is, if I were an agent, basically, let's pretend that this is my website. What I did was I pulled up the listing on my website, so I'm looking at it just like any client would. Now I'm going to copy this link, copy the URL of this page, and add this in. So what this is going to do is if somebody views this ad and they want to view information, they can click this Learn More button, and it's going to bring them to this site where they can see all the photos and read more details about the home. So I added in my link. Now we can add in a link description. I'll just steal theirs. You could be coming home to this. And then the link button, they have a few options: learn more, sign up, contact us, or apply now. I'll leave that as learn more and hit save. So our ad looks pretty great over here on the right. Now all we need to do is choose the budget and duration. So basically how much we want to spend and how long this is going to run. They suggest letting your ad run for at least a week, but no longer than a month. The minimum is $1 a day. So up here you can choose the dates. You can go Friday to Friday or 10 days. And I'll do $10 total, so that's $1 a day. I can click save. And basically this is good to go, minus this little detail, but you guys shouldn't have an issue with that. So once the ad is set up, we've gone through all of our settings. You should be able to, if you're ready, hit Publish Campaign, and this will start running. I'm just going to save this as a draft. There we go, and now my Facebook ad campaign will be down here in my drafts, and when I'm ready to activate it and actually start it, I can come back here and set that up. So those are the paid campaigns. You can set those up for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Google AdWords. And we're just going to keep chugging along. So I'm going to now click on this email section. So this is a little more similar to the email campaigns in eEdge. So basically, this section here is for sending out like an individual email through command. So on this page we can see up here at the top, if we had sent out any, we could see how many there were, how many we mailed in the last 30 days, how many people it was sent to, how many opened, and how many clicked. And down below we can see the drafts of the campaigns we have created. So I'm going to walk you through. I feel like this will make more sense when we're actually in it and you see what it is, what I'm talking about. So I'm going to click Create New at the top, and this time we'll choose Email. So this is pretty straightforward. It walks you through and setting up the email. It says Campaign Goal, Advertise listing, attract listings, attract talent, brand awareness, event awareness, attract buyers or other. I'm just going to keep working with my listing, so I'll choose Advertise listing. And then campaign name. I'm going to do the listing address again. Whoop. Select account. This is the account that the email will be sent from. Your email should already be in here. Actually, I believe, this is your MailChimp account. So this is choosing what MailChimp account you're sending from, because these emails are sent through MailChimp. All right, who are you sending this campaign to? This basically imports your MailChimp lists. Those will be down here below. Nope, there looks like there's nobody in there. Here we go. Who is sending the campaign? You, hopefully. So I'll add in Scott's info since I'm in his account. So you put in your name and then the email you would like replies sent to. So this would be your main business email. The subject, the email subject. So I'm going to say amazing new listing in Franklin. And now we're going to go in and actually build the content. So I'm going to click Apply Design, and this is going to bring me over, and we can see the different email templates that are available through command. So right now it's showing me the KW templates, and I'll go through and choose one of those. If you had previously created a template in Sketchhouse, which is the next thing we'll be doing, or after the Lead Accelerator, but if you had any templates that you had already been working on, you would just click on this up at the top and switch it, and these are actually your templates here. But I'm going to go back to the KW templates. You can scroll through here and see all the different ones. There's like event invitations, just sold, happy birthday, open house, things like that. I will do just listed because I'm working on, this email is to advertise my new listing. So I'll click just listed blue. And basically it'll walk me through creating this piece and it'll put it together for me. So if my KWLS was working, I would be able to add in the listing here by doing select property. I really wish this was working. Oh, it is. I'm a ding dong. And the reason that why this wasn't working is because it was doing only show my listings. Okay, so awesome. Scott's KWLS is working. So I'm just going to pick a random listing. I always do like 123 Main Street. Ooh, a pizza place. but these all look like businesses. Let's try this one. So I chose the listing. I'm going to click Update Preview, and hopefully this will now, since I chose a listing, plug in the information. So I'm sorry, I'm going to scroll back down. I got a little bit ahead of myself and got really excited. Okay, so I went down here on the bottom and I clicked Select Property, and it did allow me to choose a listing, and you can see it did plug in the information. So I'm going to try doing Apply Design or Update Preview, and it should update this with that info. It doesn't have a photo. Okay, I'm going to try and find it. Let's see if we can find this one on there. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so I'm looking at all listings. I'm just trying to find a good example. I don't know why this is showing in Minnesota. That's very interesting. Let's see if we can find it. This is it, but it's not showing a photo. So some things, like I did say this before, and this is still true, KWLS 2.0 is still pretty new, and I have heard of you know, some delays in photos and information coming over. So if you can't find your listing, or if it's, you know, missing an updated price or a photo, you can reach out to KWRI and they can help with that. Okay, so I'm sorry, I chose a different listing. Update preview, and it's not plugging. Okay, we're just going to keep going. So over here on the right, this is where you can add in your agent details. This pulls from that marketing profile that we went to at the beginning of class. So this should be up to date, but if you wanted to change anything, you would just go through here and update it. You can see it has our license number, that legal footer, market center name and address, our agent photo, our agent logo, our contact info. I'm just blasting through these because this is pulled from that marketing profile, so these should all be up to date. If you wanted to, you can add in the dashes for the phone numbers, our website, our designations, and then our social details. These would be the links to our social media. You can see on the email when this sends out, someone will be able to click on these and be taken to your page. And then property details. So we did select, oh, that's just a totally different property. What the heck? Oh, I did choose a different one. Sorry guys, there we go. Okay, so I chose my property. It did plug in the information about the address, and then the bedrooms, baths, square feet, things like that. So let's see if it'll let me pick a photo. So down here you can see it says property photo. I'm going to click here to select a property photo or upload a new photo. And here we go. So now when I clicked that, it did import those KWLS images, and I can choose the one I would like to use in the email. So I'm going to choose this first one of the beginning of the house, or beginning of the house, the front of the house, and crop it. Looks pretty good to me. It's a cute little house. I don't know why I need to make it, I guess, a little smaller. There we go. Crop the image. All this is up to date. So now when I click Update Preview, there we go. All right, so now you can see it put together this beautiful email for us. So it says just listed at the top. It has the photo of the home, the info. So it does plug in stuff automatically for you. I don't know why. This is an issue I've had in the past for previous classes. It says enter the property description. I don't know why it doesn't plug it in, and there isn't a place to update it. So that may be something they're still working on. I would recommend maybe sending this to yourself as a test first to make sure that the property description is plugged in, because you don't want to send this out with this weird sentence in there. So just keep an eye out for that. But it plugged in the address, the price, the home info. They can click here to view more details about the home, and then your personal information down at the bottom. Here's that download my app button that I pointed out at the beginning of class. But that looks pretty good. And then anything with this little like percentage, that should be plugged in automatically for you. So that hopefully will not send out like this. Like I said, I always recommend sending a test to yourself first to make sure everything's good to go and you like the way it looks. But there we go. We went through, super easy, entered all the info, filled in the blanks, and now we can click Apply Design. And that's basically going to just now plug this into our email. There we go. So now we can see a preview of our email over on the right. If I wanted to, I could hit send. It'll send to my mailing list, or I can save it as a draft. I don't actually want to send this to our SLM tips group, so I'm going to click Save as Draft. And I can come back and send this later. So that's how you can create these awesome email pieces in Command and send them out. Chugging right along, we're not going to go through direct mail too much, but basically you can create these postcard campaigns through Command. I'll just jump through it really quickly because we did get some questions about this from someone earlier this week. So we don't really assist too much with stuff that you guys actually pay for just because it can get a little tricky. But these direct mail campaigns, same sort of thing. You're basically sending out postcards to a farming area. So for these, you can't select like your database and create postcards to send them to them. We're hoping that's a feature they will add in soon. For now, it's basically like farming. It allows you to go through and choose an area where you would like to send this postcard, and it'll generate the addresses and information for you. So I'll just jump through this really quick. Like I said, this isn't something we typically assist with too much, but same sort of thing. Click Create New, Direct Mail. Like I said, same sort of thing. So maybe you are advertising a listing, or you're looking for buyers. Like that would make more sense for this. You're looking to attract listings. So I'll say like looking for buyers, and you would be sending these postcards to a specific area, hoping that someone in that area wants to sell their home and wants you to be their realtor. So now you can choose how you would like to create the campaign. You can use one of their templates or upload your own. And I'll click Set Up Campaign. I don't want to add in a listing. So you can see down below they have some templates. So I'm not going to go through this too much just because, like I said, with the paid stuff, it gets a little tricky. But same sort of thing. You just walk through it. It looks like for the direct mail campaigns, these are mostly, okay, so for my campaign, I did attract listings, but it looks like the postcard designs that they have right now are to advertise listings. So if you're looking to advertise a listing and send it to a specific farming area, you could go through here. But basically you go through, fill in your information, fill in the property info, and then the next step, it'll allow you to choose the area of where you'd like to send the homes, or send the postcards. So we're not going to go over that too much. I'm actually going to hit back to direct mail, and we'll go back. But if you guys have questions, if you are working on this and it's giving you any trouble, or you're just having problems with anything, let us know. We can definitely help take a look. But I'm going to jump over to social posts. Alright, so this section is very similar to Hootsuite. You can basically create social media posts and schedule them ahead of time. We think this is a really great time saver and definitely something that we utilize. It's really awesome to have this tool and set up all of your posts for the week, say on a Sunday. Take an hour out of your day, create all your posts, and then we love to say set it and forget it, so then everything's good to go and that everything will just post out during the week without you having to sign on every day and set them up. So on this page we can see a schedule of our posts and our connected profiles. Looks like we have nothing set up for this week, but it would show them down here if you did have posts ready to go out. I'm going to go ahead and create a new one by again hitting the Create New button, and I will choose Social Post. Again, same sort of deal, adding your content on the left and a preview of the post on the right. So I'm going to stick with my listing and say new listing in Franklin. Call today for more information. Oop. And now I can start to add in my content. So for this one, this is just a Facebook post, and you have quite a bit of room to add in text. Oop, that's not what I want. So I'll add in the property description. Oh, I guess that is too long. I'm just going to change this. So I'm going to add in that first sentence. I'll say just listed, that first little sentence, and I'll say call today for more information. And then maybe a phone number. There we go. Alright, so you can put in whatever you think works best. And now I'm going to upload a photo for this post. There we go, and you can see it plugged in our little blurb, the image, and now I can schedule it. So I can publish immediately if I wanted to, but I can also schedule ahead of time. Maybe I want this to go out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Oh, perfect, it's already there. You can go through, change the time, and then select the pages that this will go out to. So that's pretty much it. You can go through, add in your posts for the week, schedule them, and then they will start to run at those selected times. So I'm going to hit, let's just hit schedule because it's not scheduled to go out until tomorrow. Schedule post. And now we can see when we come back to this page, slowly but surely it is loading. Well, we can see up here, there we go. This is our week. You can see there's a little Facebook icon now here on this Friday box. That means there is a post scheduled for 10 a.m. And down below you can scroll through the week and you see the posts here. So this is my draft. If it had run, you could see how many people liked it, commented, or shared. You can choose to edit this before it goes out. You can see the status is scheduled, and this is the time it's scheduled for. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I don't actually want this to post. So I can hit that little trash can button, delete post, and it's gone. Alright, so that's about it for Lead Accelerator. We're going to jump over to Sketchhouse and create a couple marketing pieces before we wrap up today. So I'm going to go over to the left again and click on this little, looks like kind of like a notepad or a tablet with a pen or a stylus. And I'll click on Designs, and this will bring me into Sketchhouse. Alright, so now we can see, right now we are looking at our designs, so designs that we've made in the past. You can break these down by emails, landing pages, social posts. Who's it? Oh, it looks like we've been making office posts. I was like, who are these people? Print, and then agent sites. So these we're not going to go over today because they're not out just yet. But they're starting to roll stuff out, which is awesome. So these are my designs I have made and created in the past. If I wanted to create a new design, all I would need to do is click on this plus sign down at the bottom right. And I have 3 options for template type. I can create an email, which is what we did earlier, a social piece, or a print piece. I'm going to start with social, and then create template. All right, you can choose to add in a listing if you'd like. See this? Oh, okay. Yep, it's still working. Awesome. So you can go in, choose a listing, find your listing that you're looking to create a post for. If you are choosing to advertise a listing, I'll just go ahead and choose one. I don't know where this thinks I am. Kansas, apparently. Oh, so we have seen this error. It does want you to sign back in. So I'm going to sign in again. Same username and password. And now it's redirecting me to a website called WeBrand. So through WeBrand, we can now create these beautiful marketing materials. So I did choose social. So this is giving me templates for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And you can see the different categories over on the left. Everything from awards and announcements to holiday greetings. Oh, they rolled out a new one. I've been waiting for this. These were like the summer ones. There's a fall holiday greeting, just listed, open house, things like that. So you can choose Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. You can see they're all formatted to fit those different social media channels. So I'll just keep on going with just listed. And you can see they have these beautiful templates. So I can create a just listed post for Facebook, Instagram stories, which is cool, LinkedIn, or Twitter. Just do Instagram. They are the perfect square size. You can choose which template you like best and click the Use button. And I believe since I chose a listing at the beginning, it should have already just plugged everything in for me, but let's see. Awesome! Did it? I don't remember. I don't think it did. I'm not sure if this was the photo I chose or if this is the generic photo. But you can go through and basically update this. Over on the left, you can see your library of images. So this, what you need to do, so say your photo was already added in, you can also click Add to Library to upload a photo. I'll just do that. So I'm going to upload a photo of, oop, I'm going too fast, sorry guys. I can upload a photo of the home. So basically I'm just going to go here and click on this little plus sign. Again, choose my photo. It's going to bring it into my library. Now I can exit out of here. So now, oh, looks like I have done this house before. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this photo. This is the one I'd like to replace. And now I can go over here to the left, and once I highlight the photo, I'm going to click this little circly arrow button for Replace Image, and it's going to swap it out. So as easy as that. But editing in here is super easy. You can basically just click on things and move them around. I do like that they give you these grid lines so you can see, make sure you're centered and things like that. If I wanted to change out the text, I can do that by double clicking. Alright, and I'll change this out to the address. Oop. That didn't fit, so I do need to make this box a little bigger. There we go. Awesome. So of course you can add in more if you wanted to. You can add in drawings, like you can doodle on this if you wanted to. You can add in additional shapes, frames, or text. Basically you just can click around, edit here, really simple. And then this is just my Instagram post. So this is probably all you need, unless you want to add in the full address, and then of course in your post. In the description, you would probably add in more info about the property, but this would be the photo. Once this is good to go, you definitely want to hit save. So I'll call it that. Hit that save button. This will save to my library. I can come back to it in the future. And now I can hit download. I can choose to save this as a JPEG or a PNG. For Instagram, I don't think it really matters. I'd probably just choose JPEG. For print pieces, you definitely want to do PDF so we can give you a nice high quality print piece. I'm just going to hit start download. And this is going to save to my computer, and I'll go ahead and pop that open so you can see it. And there we go. So now it created this beautiful Instagram post. So now I can save this, email it to myself, post it on Instagram, and we're good to go. So I'm going to hit back. We're going to go back to our library. So that's the social posts. Super easy. You guys can go through here and create these. I'm going to hit back one more time, maybe a couple times. I want to go back to command. Oh, what am I doing? That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to go back to Sketchhouse. And there we go. So if, again, that was creating that social media post, or I'm sorry, yeah, social media posts. The emails are on here. There are also print posts. I'll just jump in and show you some of the templates really quick before we wrap up today. I'm going to click print. I'm just going to skip over going through a listing. There we go. So now you can also see there are some really beautiful print pieces in here as well. Pieces for leadership, for sale. They have door hangers, flyers, postcards, trifolds, and just all kinds of different goodies in here. We also, oh, this is new. I think as of today, there's some listing presentations in here. I have not done this, but let's just take a quick look. You can go through, look at either one of these templates that you think you might like, and click use. I want to say Scott messaged us this morning or late last night saying that the listing presentations were in here. So these are brand new. Awesome. So you can go through and basically just click on the different pages and work your way through this. And swap out any information and begin to create your listing presentation. So I'm just going to click through. These are really cool. You can minimize that and then add in the comps, any information you think might be relevant, and edit this for your client. So this is super cool. So yeah, lots of great templates that you can utilize through Command. I love the designs. I think they're really beautiful and clean and easy to use. So we're not going to jump into too much more because basically get the gist of it. You can go through and add in these custom things, make it as, you know, add in your info, customize it, and then it'll be good to go. So I'm going to hit back. I'm sure since this just came out, we will make an individual video on creating the listing presentation, so keep an eye out for that. We do have more information on like the neighborhood snaps. These are basically like little info sheets about your area that you can create. I know we do have individual videos on that. So, but we're going to wrap up today. That's basically about it. If you guys have further questions, or you're working on your marketing materials in Command and you're stuck, or just want some clarification on anything, please feel free to reach out to us. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern on emails and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern on phones. So thank you guys for sticking around today and watching our class. This will be recorded on YouTube. And if we don't talk to you soon, enjoy the rest of your week.